That's their fifth consecutive South Atlantic Conference loss. It's their fourth straight. The Pioneers end the long streak as the Pioneers defeat Coker 106-91. Joined by Pioneer coach JT Burton. And I was a little bit leery because in 4 of our last 5 games, we've led by double digits in the first half. We haven't been able to hold that, but I thought surely a 32-point lead, we'd be able to hold. But I said Coker is so dangerous with what they do and how they play. This probably doesn't even faze them. And turns out I was right. But man, we keep saying we're coming, and I think today we showed a little bit of that resolve.
This is the game to where, I think we had 2 good practices.
Yeah.
And I knew I figured we'd start off pretty good, but it's like you said, it's holding that lead the second half because I kept telling them that's okay. They're gonna make a run.
Yeah.
And we was up by 32. That don't even don't even bother because they shoot a lot of threes. Like I said, the last time we played them, they made 19 threes against our zone. But we did a really, really good job of knowing our assignment, staying at home, and contesting those shots. And with the king down there rebounding the ball to limit their second chances, it was good. So I thought we did a pretty decent job of holding that lead. We didn't fall in love with the 3, especially late. We started driving the ball where we get in transition, so it helped.
The negative we bring up, the thing is that they put so much pressure on. I think what they do, they foul a bunch.
Yep.
But they probably could foul a lot more. But they do such a good job swiping, knocking the ball away from us. They really put us under pressure in our backcourt, forced us into some bad mistakes. And a good thing to see it on film, again, because this will give us a chance to get better against this.
Yes, it is a really good chance to get better because, these young guys, if I'm not mistaken, I heard, at one time we had 3 freshmen, a sophomore, and 2 sophomores, which was Jackson, the 2 Jacksons, and then you had the 2 Kimbers, and then you had Jason Britton on them. And they have to be, I was telling them, they're holding it out. That's what they do. So they do it. Referees got to call it every time.
Right.
And I try to tell them you got to be strong with the ball. And I thought we did a really good job. We had 24 turnovers, but we also had 16 assists.
Right.
And believe it or not, contrary to one's belief, 16 assists for us is really good. That means we was driving the basketball because the one thing we didn't do, we shot 19 threes, but we shot 13 of those in the first half. So we was very fortunate, but we got to the rim, and we did a really good job of, really not, when we turned the ball over, Sep was late at the stretch, they wouldn't direct shot turnovers, and I thought that was key. And the last time I talked to you, the bad shot turnovers.
Yeah.
We took 1.
Yep.
And Bryce took it at the top of the key. He was wide open. He had hit 3 early in the first half. But other than that, I thought we did a pretty good, decent job.
Yeah, I think we do a good job of transitioning from the 3. We open up 7 of 8 from 3, and that's usually a green light to just keep shooting them because we're just going to keep making them. But we didn't do that. And again, the reason we didn't do that is because we break the press. We want to take some time, and that's the maturity, I think, of this young group is realizing I'm open, and we're making that early, but I don't need to take that right now.
Yes, and we've been put huge emphasis on making layups, and I think I'd be eager to see how many we missed, but I'm gonna say it was under 5. I really believe that, and maybe no more than 7, and that's huge for us. And then driving the ball, you go look at it, we had 46 points in the paint, and that's huge. And then you had 25 fast break points, and believe it or not, they had 44 bench, so they go 5 in, 5 out, and we had 24. So that's huge for our bench to score and not have turnovers. But I thought we did a pretty decent job. But because these guys, we had a good practice the other day, the last 2 days, and that's why I was telling these kids have been unbelievable to coach because they come in every day. I always ask them because I kind of step away from them a little bit, and as far as the shooting groups is what we call it, and so they don't hear my voice all the time. And I always ask my sister how they doing, and he's like, Coach, like Justin sat down beside me today, he said, it's unbelievable. He said, these kids come in, they laugh, they have fun, and that's key. And we're learning, and it's unfortunate. I told you, losing 8 in a row, but you got to stay the course. And tonight, I thought we did a pretty good job of that.
We did miss 10 layups. But
10 layups. Wow. That's too many.
We finished because we got offensive tip-ins. You see what I'm saying? So it didn't look as if we missed as many.
Okay.
So that's why, that's probably why your numbers were off a little bit.
Yes.
Akeem, another good game for him against Coker. And again, he has to have a good game. Jackson even said he's going to get looks. He's got to finish those looks, and he did. Second consecutive game for him. 18 points the first time, 15 points in and 12 boards this time. And he was the guy that kind of really calmed us down, and we looked to score. We don't normally look for Akeem to score, but we look for him to score today.
If we could get him to take his time when he has the ball, because he knows he's going to get double-teamed, and he's actually a pretty good passer.
Yeah.
And but it's like when he puts that ball on the floor, like the first half, he's going to lose it. So he start catching it and holding it 1,001, and then scoring. Because one-on-one, you ain't holding him one-on-one because he's so physically strong.
Right.
And he does a really good job. When he's being patient like that, we become a different team. And then he was, kind of was going offense defense. I told him, I said, you got to make free throws. If you want to be in the game, at this point, you got to make free throws. But he understood it. And I know we ain't talked about it, but how about Jackson Owens, though?
Awesome. Yeah, we're going to get there.
Jackson Owens. But, yeah, Keem did a really good job.
Yeah, but he did. Jackson came in, and when, that lead was down to 11, kind of stayed there. He's the guy that secured a rebound. He muscled his way through, the pressure in the back, made the good pass, finished a couple of fast break layups, and then also in the half court finished at the rim.
He had, in 9 minutes, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 offensive. He was 4 for 5 from the field. You can't beat that.
And 4 fouls.
Yes, and 4 fouls. 5 fouls. He fouled.
Oh, you did foul?
Yes. So, but that's what, I got to give it to him because, it's been spot minutes he's been playing, but he's always staying ready. And I tell him all the time, especially in practice, he goes hard. Good job, man. And he goes hard. He plays hard. He does what he's supposed to do. And I told him a while ago, I said, you guys got to understand, you never know when your time's going to be called, so you got to stay with it and stay ready. Because if you prepare for it, you don't have to get ready.
Yeah.
And he kind of like a light went off on him. He did a really good job.
Denaj, we've been waiting for him to. He started the year injured, 25 minutes, 5 assists, 20 points, 6 of 7 at the free throw line. Again, all the numbers shooting were hit the best for him this season.
Yeah, if we're different when he's in the game. We're totally different because he can the pass, the skip passes, the stuff you can't teach, he can do. Him and his brother, especially defensive, they start gambling, but they're really good at staying at home and doing what they're supposed to do. So with him, he had 6 turnovers, and 3 of those is being nonchalant with the ball, and you can't do that. And the biggest thing is for him is continue to get better, continue to practice every single day, and I'm proud of him because he was injured early. He stayed with it, and him and TJ and Dre Moss, those guys, they've helped us so much. I told him you have no idea, and I'm very proud of Denaj because he stayed with it during that pressure as a freshman, and he had 20 points, 5 assists. It's pretty good.
It's the first time we're seeing a product of hard work, kids coming in doing some extra work today. And I've seen it the last couple of games, and our starts have been there. It's just the physicality of the collegiate game. A total different physicality we'll see in Bradley Dean down there at UVA Wise on Wednesday. It's our first look to see the Highland Cavaliers, and I was checking to see what they did today. They defeated Anderson today. So here's a team that's, that's moved now into that number 6 spot in the South Atlantic Conference, flip-flop with Anderson. And, he's back, and he's an impact player in our league.
He was a player of the year 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why he went up to Division I. I don't know why he came back. I wish he would have stayed.
Yeah.
He's a really good basketball player. I mean, that kid can play off the dribble. He can play away from the ball. He can play with the ball in his hand. He can do so many different things, and they do a really good job of getting him to get shots. But, we've seen it all. Brian,
yeah, now you know
his team we went through the gauntlet. Yeah. It's just maintain on the road. You got to be smart enough when they make those runs and a call don't go your way. We have to stay locked in. And I'm a coach, believe it or not. I like the road because it's no distraction.
Yeah.
And you can really concentrate on the team and your teammates. And so I'm looking forward to it. But I'm gonna celebrate this one tonight. Now,
good.
Wow,
big.
We needed this one.
That's big.
Bad. Whew.
Yes, sir. Pioneers knock off the Coker Cobras as the Pioneers end their streak and continue Coker's streak. Tusculum 106, Coker 91. For Pioneer coach JT Burton, I'm Brian Staten. Back with more here on the Pioneer Sports Network.
Wow.